Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Hope you're all doing well on this Good Friday. I've been rushing around everywhere. To my right is that man, West Ham Online. You know who he is, the most hated man on social media. Before I get started, though, I want to do something good on Good Friday. David Neal is a lad, 33 years old, who's suffering with cancer, basically. And I put the GoFundMe link in the chat. Listen, he's 33 years old. He's got a wife. He's got a young daughter. And I read the story last night, and I was a bit sort of taken back by it, really. I was like, you know what? This lad needs a bit of help. He's trying to raise 100 grand, and he's up to nearly 10 grand. He's getting there, but they're doing fundraisers and everything. They're trying to help the man out. So, listen, if you've got a few quid spare on this Good Friday, go over and just drop a few quid and help the lad out, mate. At 33 years old, he shouldn't be suffering with cancer. Like, no one really should be suffering with cancer at 33 years old. And this man's beat it once. He's trying to beat it again. And listen, it's a shout out from me for Dave, basically. Best wishes in this, mate, because it's going to be hard. But you've done it once. You can do it again. And if I can help any way I can by promoting his GoFundMe link and helping raise awareness for Dave, then by all means I will do that. There is a auction bid up for two box tickets for West Ham versus Leeds. West Ham Online. That would be interesting. Corporate box. It's up for auction. It's going towards Dave's fund, and I think they're up to about 350 quid. I think it is at the minute. So listen, if you can go and help Dave out, by all means, please do go and help Dave out, and I will do my best with the lads on here on E20 to try and make sure that you can get to your target as soon as possible, mate. So best wishes to Dave. West Ham Online, welcome. How are you? How are you feeling on this Good Friday?
Good. I'm feeling good on this Friday.
Yeah, well, it is Good Friday, West Ham Online. So, yeah, the Easter weekend is fastly upon us and the sun is shining and the shorts are out. Right, let's get into this. West Ham United playing Fulham tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Craven Cottage. How the hell do we recover from the other day, mate? If I'm being honest.
Well, I think we just got to put the game behind us. I think it was a freak scoreline. Obviously, we aren't the best team at the moment, but I think it was a freak scoreline. And we sort of just have to go out there and pretend it didn't happen. Start fast like we did last game, but make sure that we don't concede early.
I agree. I think this game really will define West Ham's season, really. If I'm being honest, if you want me to be truthfully honest in what I'm saying here, we will know what West Ham's made of against Fulham. West Ham turn up at Craven Cottage and get beaten again, then they're a bunch of cowards, this team. If West Ham turn up and put in a top performance, then by all means, like, West Ham need to do something. Do you know what I mean? West Ham need to perform in this game. That's one thing I will say. They have to perform in this game for the fans who are going, for all of us. Like, there's no excuses now. Do you know what I'm saying? How do you think Moyes will set up with all this in regards of what happened the other day?
I think he'll set up how he has done all season and we'll look to hit Fulham on the counter-attack. I don't think he'll change a lot of the lineup. I think maybe one or two changes at best, but Moyes has said some interesting quotes in his press conference this morning, and
What's he said?
He said, "I've done a brilliant job at West Ham." I have to agree with him on that. But he also said that I don't know a lot about the Fulham squad.
What? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Hold on, Kev Fake Rolex. I'm going to come to his comment. Listen, I do love these names. Kev's Fake Rolex. Big up, Kev. Good morning, gents. David Moyes has said he knows very little about the Fulham squad. I cannot get get my head around that. False. Well, I've just learned about it, Kev, from West Ham Online. How can you not know about a team that you're supposed to be playing? I thought that's the whole point of the game, and it's to scout the team that you're playing, find out their strengths and weaknesses. He should know about Issa Diop. He sold them to him. So, I don't know what to say about that, mate. What do you make of that? Because that's just baffling, isn't it?
The tone in what he said it yet, so I can't tell if he's joking, but it is still a very worrying quote.
Big up, Charlie boy. 6:15 a.m. all the way from Brooklyn, i.e., via the south. I know he's down at south, I think. So big up, Charlie boy. Listen, mate, I am baffled by Moyes. If you don't know the team, the squad he's playing, like that just drives me mental. Let's be honest, no Mitrovic for them though. West Ham on 9. So how do you?
Yeah, he commented on that as well. He said Mitrovic has done amazing for Fulham. He scored goals for them in the Championship, and he's gone on to show that he can do it in the Premier League. I'm sure
Yeah.
it's a huge blow for Fulham not to have him. And then he also said that he's got a good relationship with the players. He said the players have been really good to him, and he hopes they feel the same way back to him. And he said any supporter should recognise that there are individual mistakes on Wednesday, and that was the main reason for the defeat.
Ooh. Are you winding me up, or is that serious?
No, this is what he's actually said.
This is what he's actually said. God, it's like he's trying to convince the fan base, isn't it? I don't know about you. It's like he's trying to say, like, listen, this is what it is. Listen, there was individual mistakes there, but the one mistake that he makes is playing Thomas Souček every game. That's the one mistake. Like, I think we can all see it. And what makes me laugh is I can see it, you can see it, all the lads on Twitter can see it, people in like out of Mongolia can see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Dave Moyes can't see it. That's just the thing. Like, it's just baffling. I'm lost with Moyes now. Literally am. Like, I don't want Moyes. I want Moyes gone. But the way I look at this is someone's got to throw him out the door rather than him walk out the door, basically. And Sullivan, who's rushing out on, he's got to sort it out. That's one thing I will say. I want to get to this comment from Steve, yeah? Did you see Rodney Marsh comments about slagging off the fans West Ham online? I retweeted something the other day, and I'll rip straight into him, mate. I thought the insult of that man saying about the fans when the fans go home and away all around Europe, and because they walk out after being absolutely slapped by Newcastle, you know, what do you want them to do? Sit there and take more punishment?
Yeah, I did read it, yeah.
Yeah. What did you make of it?
Thought it was a bit strange to say, but well, I've said all season that I think the fans have been poor at times with some of the things we said, but I think the fans were entitled to walk out the other day. I walked out, so I can't say that the fans shouldn't walk out. I mean,
when did you walk out? What time did you walk out?
81st minute.
And that was that when the fourth goal went in?
No, it was a bit after the fourth goal, and then we just walked out. I think what I thought was, look, everyone has to get a train home. It's a cold Wednesday night, and we're 4-1 down. I mean, there's no point really in staying, is there?
Yeah, I agree. I really do. He needs to be thrown out the door, Moyes, at the end of the day, and the fans deserve a bit better than what we're getting served up at the minute. Right, let's get into what we think about the starting lineup with this. What are you saying for the starting lineup? People said on that space last night that there'd be a lot of changes. 5 changes I heard last night. I don't think there'll be as many as that. I don't think he will risk changing it that in depth to try and save his job. I think he's going to try and change a few players, but not half the team or just under half the team.
I think he'll change one. Soufal for Kehrer. I think he'll keep Souček in and all the rest of them.
If he puts Souček in, then he's just asking for the sack, isn't he? Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the pressure to drop Souček has reached its highest it's ever been now. People have been calling him for it all season, but particularly after the other night. But I think he'll play him again.
What do you think on the regards of Fornells, though? Because I agree with you, yeah? Me and you have clashed on this channel multiple times about Pablo Fornells. But even I can stand there and go, you know what? He should be playing. Like, why is this geezer not even getting on the pitch half the time? And when he is getting on the pitch, he's only getting on the pitch for like 4 or 5 minutes. What do you reckon?
Maybe they've fallen out. Fornells doesn't seem like the sort of guy that's easy to fall out with, so I don't know. I really don't get it. He didn't come on the other day.
Yeah, it didn't, yeah.
We needed a creative spark. And I saw some analysts yesterday saying Lucas Paqueta is at his best when he can find a player who can turn and play balls quickly into the front players. One thing Fornells does do is he plays balls quickly into the front players. So It's crazy, really, that Suchek. The only reason Suchek's still playing is because he tops the running stats and the goal kicks. We aim for him with the goal kicks, and that's
That,
about
that's just not good enough, though, is it? Let's be honest, though, West Ham alone. Like
it.
they all run around. Don't get me wrong. But you've got to bring a bit more to it. Do you know what I mean? Than just running around.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like he's got to do a bit more. Like people keep saying about him aerially. I don't really see that myself. Like because West Ham, I don't even know what West Ham style of players at the minute. Are we a counter-attacking side? Are we a pressing side? Are we a long ball like hit up to Souček and like go for knockdowns? I don't know what we are. And that's the thing. We're just sort of, how can I put this? We're sort of blagging it as we're going along. Like we're just going with the flow basically, which isn't the right way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off in goal, right? Fabianski Areola. Fabianski had a howler the other day. Do you change him? Do you keep him?
No, I'd keep him. I think he made the error, but he still made some really good saves, and I still think, look, it was an error. He came out, it was shocking, but I still think he should start personally.
Yeah. Emerson, left back. Yes.
Yeah, I'd keep him. I thought it was terrible the other day, but I'd still keep him in. He's done enough to keep his spot over the last few games.
Zuma and Aguerd. Basically, they're going to have a different type of striker that they're going to be facing rather than Mitrovic. Mitrovic is more of a bulldozer. He likes to just get amongst it, get stuck in, throw his arms about everywhere. You keep them two, don't you? Zuma and Aguerd.
Yeah.
Then the right hand side is up for debate. Do you go with Kehrer again, or do you sort of change it up?
Well,
for me, I would go with Kufel. If Kufel's fit, he's got to play.
I'd play Sufal as well, especially. I think Willian's back now, isn't he? I think Willian's allowed to play in this game. So Willian, he's not the player he once was, but he's still been really good this season for Fulham. I really don't want to watch Kehrer trying to stop him. Sufal.
Midfield sort of goes with like Declan Rice is an obvious one. Then you've got Lucas Paqueta, which I do agree with you slightly on things that he is getting a pass quite a lot. Like he does, he doesn't do enough for me. Now, when I look at Lucas Paqueta and I look at a £50 million Lucas Paqueta plays for Brazil, he has to do more, mate. For me, and I do agree with you on this one. Yeah, I look at him. Does he run a game for West Ham? No. Right? Has he run a game for West Ham? No. He hasn't run a game from what I remember where I was gone. That geezer has been absolutely fantastic man of the match performance.
Yeah, I think his best game actually was Fulham at home. I thought he was really good in that game. When we beat him 3-1 at home, that was probably his best performance for West Ham. So, but he's in a different position. He played number 10 on that day, and he's not number 10 now, which all the fans called for, to be fair, to drop him deeper. Yeah. So, I've not been impressed with him lately or pretty much the whole season, but I'd start him again, I think.
Yeah, I think he just starts because of the name, Lucas Paqueta. That's the only thing I will say. Obviously, Declan Rice plays. It's a given. Then the other midfielder, Thomas Souček, stroke striker, stroke whatever he is. Because we just don't know what he does. Do you go with him or do you change him for you?
I'd change him for Fornals, but he probably will play.
I'll be honest. If he plays, Alf, if he plays, then and Moyes don't get the result, Moyes should be sacked on that night because there is no excuses to keep playing this geezer. Because what you're doing is you're rewarding failure, ain't you? Let's be honest. Every time he's just like he had 7 passes the other night, and I'm thinking that's 1 every 10 minutes. Like, how is that possible? Do you know what I'm saying? What are you saying?
He doesn't deserve to play. I thought, as I said, he started the game well the other day, but after that, he was just terrible. And it's shocking. But he probably will play. Yeah,
you just know it, don't you? Up front, Jared Bowen is a given. He played. He needs to do a bit more, Bowen, for me. I think he done good the other night, but he needs to be more consistent. When he's in these positions, he's got to think of the team rather than himself. He seems like he gets. How can I put it? He gets a bit like gets a bit happy that he's in the situation to score, and he would rather score himself than lay it off to someone else to make it an easier goal. Basically,
Yeah.
he's got to be a bit less selfish, really, and just start thinking of the team rather than himself. The other side is the interesting one. Syed Ben Rama, you're not a fan, I know, and he didn't do anything for me the other night. I'll be real, and that's coming from me. I thought he weren't all that. He was non-effective, really. But he has got a good chemistry with Emerson down at left. That's the only thing I will say. What are you saying for Benny, man?
If Fornals plays in midfield, then I would start Ben Rama out wide. Because I don't think Cornet looks ready yet, to be honest. The other night he came on, didn't really do anything. I think he needs probably a couple more sub appearances of longer periods, just to really get into the flow of things. But yeah, I'd probably start Ben Rama off the left, but yeah, I've not been impressed. I wasn't impressed with him either the other night, so I wouldn't be fussed if he was dropped.
Yeah, I hear you, mate. Then up front is the mystery of all mysteries. We've got a young striker in the under-18s who's banging in goals for fun. Scores an hat-trick last night, or the under-23s, or whatever it is. And the other three strikers at the club, Skamaka, Antonio, and Ings, they all can't hit a goal between them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Who's the striker for you for Fulham?
Mikel Antonio for me.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. Because I thought he was decent the other night. I think against Fulham's defenders, which is Tim Ream and Issa Diop, I think he could run Diop ragged. And Fulham have a lot of the ball, so we need someone who's going to stretch their defence for when we win the ball back. So, yeah, I'd definitely play him. I think Ings looks lost on his own up front whenever he plays. He came on the other night and was shocking. So, yeah, definitely play Antonio.
For me, it's the best of a bad bunch, isn't it? Let's be real. If Skamaka's fit, which the usual suspect just asks, is he available? I don't think he is. Then you've got Danny Ings or Mikel Antonio. One thing I will say, I think Mbama should be on the bench. He scored a hat-trick the other day. He should be having a place on the bench, mate. Because some of these strikers are a bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? I think they're better than what they actually are. And this kid is right up for it. When he plays for West Ham, whenever he plays, he always seems to be up for it. I will probably go with Antonio. I agree with you. I think Antonio's the only one really who can push this Fulham's defence back. Do you know what I mean? And stretch their defence to a point. So, yeah, that'd be Antonio for me. Right, West Ham Online, we will come to this, which is the predictions and what you think will happen at Fulham Saturday, 3:00.
I think we'll win. I think we'll win 2-1. A Mr. Moyes masterclass. To save his job again.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if he loses, he will be sacked. So I think some people might actually want us to lose, but I think we will win. I think it'll be a Mr. Moyes masterclass to save his job. He turns into Sir Alex Ferguson whenever his job's on the line. So, yeah, 2-1, Jarrod Bowen and Jarrod Bowen.
Right, let me get this right. Last time we played Fulham, if I remember rightly, at Craven Cottage, it was a boring game, 0-0. I remember it. It was absolute pissing down with rain. I think that was the year Souček got sent off for Mitrovic. The game was dead. Yeah, the game was dead. I've been calling this game for the last week, and I turned around and said that West Ham will beat Fulham. My opinion hasn't changed on that. I think West Ham will go there and make a statement to say that they've got to fight for the shirt and fight for the manager. I don't want West Ham to lose, right? Because we need the points. But then if we do lose, Moyes has to go. Do you know what I mean? Because there is no alternative there. Do you know what I'm saying? I think if we do lose the game on Saturday, it's how we lose the game. If we get hammered against Fulham, then he deserves to be thrown out the door, if I'm being honest.
Well,
go on, mate.
I've just seen an interesting thing. I tweeted that quote from Moyes was worrying about I couldn't tell you much about Fulham as a squad. Got some interesting replies. And Tay put, Mr. Moyes doesn't focus on small clubs, mate. We'll turn them over.
Yeah, big up Tay, aka the journalist under his profile picture. I must admit, that means some of the crap I see on Twitter. So I'm going to go for a win. I'm going to go for a West Ham 2-0 win. I think West Ham will be a lot more solid. I think they will be working on their defensive structure from now to like tomorrow. And I do think West Ham win this game. I think we get 6 points out of 9. Does it? For me, it papers over the cracks. If West Ham win this game, it does paper over the cracks for now. Do you know what I mean? Until the next time. And then it'll be next weekend, it'll be the Arsenal game where we would have to look at trying to get something against a team that's absolute banging form. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-0. And I don't know why, but I think Paqueta scores in this game. I really do. I think he might just turn up and do some damage, hopefully. But we will see. Alfie, anything you want to add, mate, in regards to West Ham United? Did you enjoy the space last night? That is the main thing.
Yeah, I did. Oh, also, I think you should say the excellent news of who we've got on the player ratings on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, might as well. On Sunday, I've gone all out, trust me, because this is a big game. Big game. So on Sunday, I've got 5 people on the player ratings. There is me. There's Alfred there, the most hated man on Twitter. And you are the most hated man on Twitter. I don't think it's Central. I think it's you, West Ham. I think we're going to lie. Lucas, Kane, who I'll be honest with you, I like Kane. Yeah, I like his opinions.
His opinions are like mine a bit, I'd say.
Yeah, he's very articulated how he comes across in certain aspects. And Ibby is a man that I respect greatly. As a young lad, he knows his stuff. Ibby's coming on and all, yeah. So
this is going to be brilliant. You're going to see a lot of Mr. Moyes praise everyone, I think.
So if you if Saeed Benrahma scores a few goals, you're going to get like absolutely ruined by me and him. So yeah, the player ratings will be good on Sunday. Obviously, I hope it's a positive result, right? Because we need a win. We just need a win, like it's just and there's no two ways about it, really. Have you seen the report? Newcastle want Bowen. Well, yeah, I think everyone's up for grabs at the minute, though, usual suspects, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Palace apparently won him as well. I don't know where that came from.
Palace won him at all. Oh, Roy.
What do you think, James, if we stay up? I mean, if we go down, he'll definitely go, won't he?
100%. Yeah, he's gone. I think half his team's gone. One thing I will say about last night on the space, when people said about, I would like to go down in the Championship for a season, I don't get that mentality. No, I don't know about you, right? West Ham, like, we're better than that, like, and we shouldn't be, a sort of team that keeps going, oh, we'll do 10 years in the Prem, and you know what I mean? We'll have a year off. Do you know what I mean? It don't make no sense to me. It really don't. If I'm honest, on Saturday, I will really know where West Ham are at. Yeah, because obviously, if we get hammered again, he goes, then we're going into the unknown. We really are. He should go, Moyes. Don't get. But it's just one of them, innit? Let's be honest. But we will see. We will see what happens. One thing I'm going to say before I wrap this up is my greyhound is running tonight, Alfie. I will let you know that he's an outsider. He's an outsider, and hopefully he pulls off a shock result, a bit like West Ham.
Run.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah,
I am going. He's at Romford, mate. Do you know what I mean?
How do you watch it? Is there any way everyone can watch it like at home?
Yeah, there's a big arena and you big paddock and everything. I mean, bar. Do you know what I mean? There's even a little like
on social media. Can I get it on my phone to watch it like a live stream or?
Oh yeah, of course you can. Yeah, any sort of betting app. He's at Romford, 7:36 tonight. So Blackball Rancho is the boy, and do you know what I mean? It is. Hopefully, he performs like West Ham can tomorrow. I will say that. True Cockney wants to know what's West Ham Online's Twitter address.
Oh, thanks.
What's your Twitter?
Cockney. It's West Ham Online 5.
Yeah, West Ham Online 5.
There is a lot of E20 praise, tweets about Moyes, and what else will you get? A few arguments.
Yeah, many arguments, I must admit. I will say that. One thing I'm going to say is, what did you make of what Iron said to you? Attacking you. Like, I do feel so. One thing I'm going to say, yeah, like, I'm going to say this, yeah, for everyone who's watching, 44 people are watching, smash a like on the video. It's good funny. If West Ham Online does get a lot of shit, I must admit, don't you? Like, I mean, like yesterday, like,
was coming for Lucas as well, weren't he?
I know. and then Lucas goes. Like, anyone who follows Lucas on Twitter, go over and check it out. Done a video about 3 weeks ago, I think it was. And there's Lucas in sunglasses. I've actually had to tell the lads on the WhatsApp group to say next time don't wear no sunglasses, especially indoors. And but yeah, West Ham United does get a lot of stick. I must admit, like some of it is justifiable, though. But then when I'm seeing you comparing Fornells to Lucas Paqueta, I was like, I don't know about that one, Alf. You know what I mean? But it's your opinion, and we've got to respect it. Do you know what I mean? And I will say this, right? My comment section last night on YouTube was actually gunning for you. Like someone's actually called you like the witch behind
Really?
the mask or some
I've
shit.
not seen this.
Yeah, mate. Like, people hate you, Al. It's on a video I done the other day on the player ratings when you arrived, and you know people just don't like you, Alf. I don't know why. Hey?
Oh no, but right, I've got a reply to Wolf of Wall Street here. He said on the player ratings, James, don't forget the bet with West Ham Line. He said Leicester would finish in the top 10, but it cancels out, doesn't it, James? Because we had another bet.
Yeah.
Arsenal,
that is
to finish above Chelsea, and you had Chelsea to finish.
Oh man, I've copped a bad one there. Do you know what? I had a cracking bet. Right? I know we're going off a bit off topic here, but we'll just discuss it anyway. Right? At the start of the season, me and Alfie had 2 bets. Yeah, I called Leicester to be in the bottom half. It was absolutely the bet of the season, even money. It was like it was a free bet because I looked at their financial situation, the way they were, and they was never going to sustain it ever. And then Alfie come out and said Eddie Nketiah would get 14 goals in the Premier League. And do you know what? I was sweating for a little while, but then I realised that man's not as good as Alfie thinks he is.
We had another bet as well that I won that I was clearly going to win. So we just decided to stick with these 2. But in the end, no one's winning any money.
No one's winning, right? Which I'm gutted about. I wanted to take Alfie's bunts off him. Get to this comment. Yeah, 100%. Happy Hammer 82. Big up Happy Hammer. Alan Kirbishley, anyone? What did you make of the rumours that if Moyes was to get sacked, Alan Kirbishley would come in to the end of the season?
Worrying. No, thank you.
That's bad, isn't it? That's bad, isn't it? Yeah. Like I don't get this sort of like Alan Kirbishley's doing a dinner and dance night at Dagenham Redbridge Football Club, mate, on the end of the month. So I don't think he's going to be arranged to go and do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Alf, anything else you want to discuss before we make a move? Anything on your mind?
Everything now.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Like nothing on your mind at all. Right, that's fair enough. Right, everyone, I'm going to wrap this up here. Please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. We got some good subscribers over the last few days. My rant went viral. It was absolutely bad, and I had to apologise yesterday. I must admit, because it was that bad. Like I would have been proud to see that. You know what I'm saying myself. But this is West Ham.
I've got to say this. I forgot to say this. James put up a poll the other week of everyone's favourite E20 member. James hosted the channel. James won, but I did get second. So I wanted to thank some of the audience. I do know some of the people that voted. So there's a thank you from me.
Yeah. Whoever you was paying that night to literally vote for you, right? He's unreal. How did you come second? I don't know. It was tight between him and Mitch, obviously. So yeah. Please smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Before I go, I started off with saying something about David Neal. Anyone who's arrived. Basically, David Neal is a young lad, 33 years old. He's got a missus, wife. He's got a young daughter. And he's struggling at the minute with cancer. He fought it 7 years ago. And listen, cancer's vile disease, mate. And like I've had to deal with cancer in my family, and I don't expect a young girl to see her dad in that situation. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's fighting, and basically he needs 100 grand to sort of try and get the private treatment that he needs to cure this horrible disease. Now, the GoFundMe page is in the chat. It's pinned in there. Go over, check it out. If you can donate £1 or whatever you can donate is something like is good on Good Friday. You know what I'm saying? He's a football fan. He's like his family are trying their hardest to like do fundraisers and everything to try and get this done. Do you know what I mean? And I'd said I see it on Facebook. I reached out to a person that I know, and I said I will chat him out on this channel. So yeah, listen, by all means, go over and check it out and chuck a few quid in there if you can on this Good Friday. Keep fighting, Dave. That's one thing I will say. Right, it ain't over till it's over, mate. You've beat it once, and you can beat it again at the end of the day. And on here on E20, I will personally try my best to spread the word for you to get you that 100 grand, mate, this time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that.
I'd also like to say, James,
on.
on a slightly more positive note, after that brilliant speech from you, there's someone else that we need to be fighting for in a more relaxed way, and that's David Moyes. We need a win for Moyes on the weekend to keep him in the job.
Right. No, the only thing I want to fight him is I want to throw him down the stairs because, like,
emotional damage.
That's what he does to me, mate. He emotionally damages me, that geezer. He emotionally damages Elfie. Anyway, from me to you, have a good Friday. Have a good Easter. I'll be back tomorrow, straight after the game, West Ham Fulham. Sunday, 8 o'clock, player ratings. He will be there. Let's hope Moyes ain't. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.